Welcome into another edition of the Keeneland Select in the Money podcast. I'm Tom Leach, along with Jim Goodman, Keeneland's director of simulcasting, and doing an extra podcast because of some really top-notch racing on Sunday at Saratoga and Del Mar. What else is new, right? Jim, we'll start at Saratoga. They've got a couple of stakes for 2-year-olds, both at 6.5 furlongs. Ninth race is the Grade 2 Adirondack for the fillies, and always tough in these baby races when you get into these stakes at Saratoga when they've only had one or two impressive outings. Who did you land on?
Yeah, they're expensive horses. They're trained by the best trainers. It's really tough to pick. But I landed on Angela Renee, the 3-horse for Todd Pletcher and Johnny Velasquez. That's a shock. She comes out of a race. She won by 2.5 at Belmont at 5 furlongs in her debut on June 27th. And looking at the horses that came out of the race, Sunday Sonic came back and won next time out. So that's one thing you can look at in baby races. The races that turn out to be key races are very instrumental in picking your horses down the road. So Angela Renee with 82 buyer, Pletcher and Velasquez is my top pick. No way you can single her in a pick 4, though, because you got a lot of other horses in here that look good. Cavorting, the 5 for Kieran McLaughlin, won by 11 first out at Belmont. Almost a paid workout. Wonder Gal, the 1-horse for Taylor Rice and Leah Giamardi. That's my horse that she won by 14, and they debuted her in the stakes at Belmont. So she's got a shot. Take Charge Brandy is a $435,000 Keeneland September yearling sale. Trained by Wayne Lucas and ridden by Corey Lannery. Almost beat Fashion Alert last time at Saratoga in the Schuylerville. So all kinds of choices here. Angela Renee is a very lukewarm choice for me.
I ended up going to Cavorting off that 11-length debut win. I like that it was at 6 furlongs, and Kieran McLaughlin's not a big first-out guy, so that caught my eye. And so I ended up going to Cavorting. Angela Renee would have been the other option I think I would have gone to. So I'll use Cavorting as a key with Angela Renee, with 4 Take Charge Brandy, and with the 7 Impressive Humor. The latter just a little bit of a value reach there because out of the Asmussen barn, those horses usually have pretty good amount of ability, so I think that one will get overlooked a little bit. But Cavorting, and if I was doing horizontals, I'd probably – I could be comfortable just having Cavorting and Angela Renee. Not 100% comfortable, but you got to pare down somewhere, I guess. 10th race, the Grade 2 Saratoga Special for the boys at 6.5. And I ended up taking a stab here with Stanford. I think there might be a little value on a Pletcher horse here because this horse only got a 52 buyer first time out at Monmouth. But it's a horse that was bought earlier this year for over $500,000 for very high-profile clients, Stone Street and Magnier, and hammered down at the windows for the debut. So everything suggests that this horse is a runner, except that 52 buyer. So I'm going to toss that and just ignore that and take a shot with this horse, thinking that buyer will hopefully lead to a little value. Stretching out from 5 furlongs, but the pedigree says that shouldn't be any problem. And then I'll use Stanford with Mr. Z, the 3, who ran big for Lucas last time, 7 Cinco Charlie out at the Asmussen barn, and the 10 Majestic Affair. But a little bit of taking a stab here with Stanford. What about you?
Oh, I'm taking a bigger stab. I'm taking a stab with a Lone Star Shipper.
Oh.
On the outside. George Weaver takes over the training from Brett Calhoun, who's one of the best trainers in the country at Lone Star, but George Weaver is one of the best trainers at Saratoga. And WV Jet Setter picks up Rosario, big move up from Jamie Theriot, and the horse comes out of Lone Star. They shipped a horse up there to run in the Adirondack as well, a filly that I didn't care for, but I think this horse shows a 76 and 81 buyer last 2 times out. Going to get overlooked completely in the wagering. I think if you get Rosario at 8 or 10 to 1, you got to take a shot with him. So I want to take him on top with the 3 horses that came out of the Sanford, and I would, of those 3 that I like, Cinco Charlie, Nano's Boy, and Mr. Z all ran well, but Cinco Charlie took the lead and was passed. I think Asmussen is due. He's only 1 for 19 going into yesterday's races at Saratoga, and he's been very cold, but I think this horse has a big shot. It impressed me very well at Churchill in his 2 races. Came back to the Sanford, flattened out a little bit in the stretch, but fought for the lead and kind of held on. So Cinco Charlie would be my second choice, Nana's Boy, Mr. Z. But I'm going to take a shot with Lone Star Shipper, WV Jet Setter.
I'm going to go back and throw that one in there with my ticket as well. And I think we're both sounds like of the opinion that it's chalkier in the filly race and best chance to find a price is in the boy race.
Oh, I think so. I think the boys race is wide open.
Let's go to Del Mar for the Grade 2 John C. Maybe, fillies and mares on the turf at 3-year-olds and up, mile and an eighth. It's the eighth race on their card on Sunday. And where did you land here? Miss Serendipity, I'm assuming going to be the favorite off a winning streak.
Yeah, this one's tough. She was my third choice, actually. Wishing Gate is my top choice. She's not the filly that she was last year. I'm hoping she just got her issues behind her. She was off from January to June and came back in Royal Heroine at Santa Anita and ran okay, got way behind and closed within 2 3/4. Gary Stevens, of course, is off with his knee surgery, so picks up Drayton Van Dyke, who's a really good young rider out there. So I'm going to take a little shot with Wishing Gate, 2 for 4 at Del Mar. I'm going to assume that she's going to like that course, getting back to what's her best course. Every Way ran well in the Modesty at Arlington Park, narrowly losing to I'm Already Sexy a few weeks ago. And Miss Serendipity was the gamely winner at Santa Anita May. Is probably going to be the favorite, but taking a shot here with Wishing Gate.
I'm going to try to beat Miss Serendipity, too, because all of her races have been at Santa Anita, so it's a different course down at Del Mar, and I'm thinking she could be vulnerable on the venue change. I'm going to try Cozy Up Lady on the outside. Like that race on the 19th over the Del Mar grass course, so I think that's having a race over the track at 88 Byers. I like that. It's a daughter of Cozine, so the stretch out to a mile and longer distance, was it a mile and eighth here, shouldn't be a problem for Cozy Up Lady. And then DeSormo riding great and red hot at the meet, so that's a bonus as well. So Cozy Up Lady for me, and probably will play an exact just a 4-horse box rather than key Cozy Up Lady. I'd use her with Miss Serendipity, Every Way, and Wishing Gate. Just put those 4 together and hope Miss Serendipity runs third or worse, and you get pretty good price if 2 of the others hit in there. And we wish you best of luck with your picks this weekend. Next weekend will be Arlington Million weekend up in Chicago, so that's always big. We'll look forward to handicapping those races, and we will look forward to talking with you about it next week on the In the Money podcast here at KeenelandSelect.com.